Welcome to my journey into another. Oh, hold on. I had to get Wesley out. I don't have a problem being up, but I feel like my knees are up too high. I don't like that. I had to get Wesley out. I have a hard time getting him out. I can't get a good grasp of the thing you're supposed to click to pull his car seat out. So I had to jump up here and move my seat. But I don't like my knees sticking up. But we are here. Let me turn that thing back down. We are here for weigh-in. I figure it's either we can do it in the car on the way to BJ's because I've got a couple things I need to get, or we can sit in my room and do it because it is freezing outside. I was joking that this cold front they were talking about coming through, 60s. Well, it dropped to 32 last night, and it was freezing cold and raining yesterday. So, yeah, we got it's just what I put on my Facebook and just what I said, fall spring. It always does that. But we are here for weigh-in. Listen, y'all. Okay, so I lost 1.4 this week. That gives me a total loss of 187.1. I weighed 190.0. I am almost half my weight gone. It is like I lost another me. What was I walking around? I picked up Wesley. He's probably 17 pounds by now. I picked him up Wednesday. I had him. And I told David, I said, I can't hardly get him up. And this was just his body, not even his car seat and him. It was just his body. I was laying him down in this little bouncy thing so I could go do something. And I went down to pick him up or put him down one. And I told David, I said, there's like 17 pounds. What did I do when I had a whole other 185 pounds on my body? What did I do? How did I move? I did what I wanted to do, and I've told y'all how many times. I said back then I would lose weight when my health declined, and my health declined. But I was, with the exception of my knees, which progressively got worse, I was still active. Now I couldn't sit on the floor and get up and down off the floor and nothing like that. So there would have been no, anything like that. But I was still, doing what I needed to do. But how hard was I working with another whole me on top of me? How was that even, how? I don't know how. Because, oh my gosh, I even have some days now where it's just like, oh, even though some days, okay, I'm not going to blow. I'm going to be really nice. Because y'all know how I get. Look, it's 8:08 in the morning and I'm already... Oh, I probably shouldn't have come this early. I'm going to be in traffic. No, I'm going to go back way. That's per usual. So, never mind. Listen, where you have to go, it's the main road that I go the back way, and then you have to cross over the road that the speedway's at one end and the big malls at the other. And people, it's so crowded there. People will run the light and sit there in the middle of the intersection so you can't get across. The last time I come to BJ's, I had to just go around the car that's sitting in the middle of the intersection to get out, or else I'm just going to sit there all through how many ever light cycles for the next person to do it, and then I can't get around them. It's just terrible. It's terrible how people act in that intersection. But I go the back way instead of getting on 85 when I go over here. So, yeah, it's too early. Had Wesley Wednesday, sweetest little baby. He's just the sweetest little baby. He's so good. Had Jacob yesterday, and of course he wanted to go to Whataburger. Well, I bought him some Peeps. You'll see them on my grocery haul. I bought him some Peeps because I didn't know if he'd had any or not. He likes marshmallows and he likes gummies, so I thought, well, a Peep might be something he would like. The kid don't miss nothing. He comes in, excuse me, I had him sitting over there where his candy dishes are. He's got candy dishes, not one. And I just had the box of yellow Peeps sitting there. He said, I see you got me something. I said, yes, I did. What do you see? He said he didn't know what they were. because he never had them. I said, well, I didn't know if you'd ever. I'm going to put my hand there. That sun does come down lower these days. I said, I didn't know if you'd ever had them or not. He said he hadn't. Yeah. Excuse me. He took one bite. He goes, He loved it. He's sitting there on my lap. We watched. See, I thought he'd want to watch SpongeBob. Last week I started on Finding Nemo. He didn't want to watch it. And I told him, I said, I know you'll like it. It's just all these fish under the water and they talk. And so we started watching it last week. We didn't finish it because then it got warm enough. We went outside. Well, I said, you want to watch SpongeBob? He said, Finding Nemo. So we sat there and he watched the whole entire movie eating Peeps. I had 2 and he had all but like 3 or 4, and there's like, I think 5 in a row in a pack. I think maybe there's 10 in a pack. Covered, even the capris I had on covered in Peep sugar. I had to throw them in the dirty clothes because normally I wear my jeans several times because they don't get dirty, so I don't feel the need to wash them every time. My shirts either. It ain't like I sweat. If I don't spill nothing on it, I'll wear it again. I ain't no fanatic about it, I'll tell you that much. Where is that sun? There, we went behind the building. Oh, I bet I'm gonna have to get gas again. So we went to Whataburger early since we found out they serve their lunch stuff from when they opened at 7 o'clock. And so Papa came in, and instead of eating breakfast, we decided we would just wait on Jacob and see whenever he was hungry. So he wanted it. I'm sorry. He wanted to eat his Peeps. I said, well, honey, let's wait until after we eat at the Whataburger because then you might get your belly full and you won't be able to eat. He said, okay. He was so excited. He was hungry because he hadn't eaten. He was hungry, but he was so excited about those Peeps is why he couldn't hardly eat anything. He eat like maybe 1.5 chicken fries, maybe a French fry, I'm not sure. Some of his drink. And as soon as we got home, as soon as we got home, he went straight for the Peeps. So I know he was excited about eating them. That's why he couldn't eat his lunch. Then I forgot to send it with him to eat. So Papa ate it before he went to bed. I told him, I said, eat them chicken fries. I said, Jacob didn't pilfer on them. Because if you touch food, he's not going to eat it. His favorite thing, he would always tell Jacob, Sebastian too, you touched it. He'll say, no, that's all you, buddy. That's his saying. And he'll do Wesley the same way. No, that's all you, buddy. That's what the grandsons get. Because if you've touched it, even thought you licked on it, looked at it, he ain't eating it. Because he's grosses out like that. When we went out the other week, his legs was hurting him. Oh, I probably could have run that. Remember I was telling y'all, he said, no, he's got some pills at home. I said, well, you can stop at the gas station. I stopped him at the gas station to run in. He got him some, whatever they are. I got the rest of them in here. He didn't buy a drink. He didn't have a drink, but I had my energy drink. He actually sipped it and took his pills. I said, see, you didn't die. But no, he's funny. He won't eat or drink after nobody, not even me. To get him to drink after me, to take a pill, is huge. He'll kiss me, but he won't eat or drink after me. Ain't that weird? He's funny. Listen, there's things he won't eat today because, like, he had a kindergarten teacher made him eat, was it slop? Somebody made him to eat tuna. I think is why he won't eat tuna, or tuna just grosses him out. But I know slaw is the one, I believe it was his kindergarten teacher made him sit there until he eat it. And needless to say, he didn't eat it because he didn't want it, he didn't like it. And he won't touch slaw to this day. Won't touch it. He only really got eating cabbage, cooked cabbage, when I cooked it, because he likes the way I cook it. I basically steam it in the pot, but then I fry it down. So it's not, we like it soft, but not floating in water. So then I fry it down. He'll eat that, but he still won't eat no slaw. Let's see if this works. But anyway. So then it was raining and cold, and we didn't know it was going to hit, and we were out, and we were sitting in Whataburger, and the bottom fell out. And when we went out, the temperature, I don't know how much the temperature had dropped. I had on a tank top and my capris. Holly had on a t-shirt. Jacob had on a t-shirt and shorts. David's the only one that had his jacket on. It's because he wore it to work. No, wait a minute. No, he didn't have his jacket on because it was warm at work that night. Boy, he had it on last night. He had it on last night, though. Where is that sun? Oh, the 27th. Their 20th annual barbecue. David had that barbecue the other week up in Salisbury, so I don't know. Listen. I apologize. Up in Mooresville today, in this fancy neighborhood, they're having a 2-day yard sale that said 40 to 50 families. I am so tempted to drive to Mooresville today. That's a half hour. I'm tempted. I'm just telling you, I'm tempted. Now tomorrow, they're having in Kannapolis, it's an estate sale, but it said something in the building. So there's like, it's over by the Kannapolis Y. So I know exactly where it is. But I don't know if they like moved everything into a building, or if it's a house with a building in the back. I don't know. But the way they're selling it is, and they even had a picture of it, a pickup truck full of liquor boxes in the back, in the bed. Liquor box, anything you can get in it for $5. So I don't know if it's going to be a bunch of junk nobody wants, or if it's just they want to really get rid of it and they don't care how much money they get for it. So, you know, I'm going to go check that out. See what I can shove in a box for $5. Even if you find something big and that's all it'll fit in the box, if it's worth $5, it's worth $5. So I'm going to hit that in the morning. But I am debating about that yard sale today. That's just kind of a long ways to go for a yard sale, but oh, I'm sorry. The way it talks, it's supposed to be a big one. I'd have to do a lot of walking, I'm sure, which I need to walk anyway. Holly's been going to, my Holly has been going to the gym in the mornings. She says it's her me time. She gets home before Jacob and Nathan even wakes up because she goes early. And she was saying today she can tell that her legs are firming up. I said, that's what I need to do. I said, because my legs are so flabby. They're flabby with fat and skin. Because the skin's still got some fat in it. You know, it's not 100% skin. But they're flabby. I mean, I earned them, but they're gaggy. Which that ain't gonna stop me from wearing shorts. I had to go in the store the other day and I had my shorts on at the house. I just went on. I ain't even worried about it. I don't like the way it looks, but not enough when it's hot outside like it was to put on no long pants just so somebody don't have to look at me. I ain't that kind of worried, you know? So I do need to, as we were talking about the other day, I do need to check out the, oh my God. I do apologize for the yawning. I do need to check out the free workout area of the library. I need to just go and check out the books. I haven't even done that. The only thing I check out from the library are cookbooks. And I have a ton of cookbooks, but there's cookbooks I'm not going to buy. And especially new cookbooks I'm not going to buy. And a lot of new cookbooks don't have stuff in it we eat anyway. Listen, I am sorry about that sun. I know every time I edit driving video, there's some sun and coming up all the time, and I really can't help it. Listen, coming down the ramp in the back today, it was a little slicky. David told me when I left, he said, be careful going down the ramp. I said, is it slicky? He said, yep. So I put my phone and my keys in my pocket, because I learned after I failed that first time, hold on to the sides and walk slow, because it don't look like there's nothing on there, but it is sneaky. So I don't know, was there anything else we needed to talk about today? No, I did ask David. What I'm coming over here is to get stuff for him. toothpaste and gum. And I asked him, he was sitting there eating breakfast. I said, "You want a rotisserie chicken to eat before you go to bed?" And he just looked at me. He goes, "That or fried chicken?" I said, "Well, fried chicken, they don't have fried chicken. They got fried chicken at Harris Teeter." "Oh, okay." So, you know, he probably want me to go to Harris Teeter and get him some fried chicken. And he just wouldn't say it. So, oh, I'll be out too early for that. They don't put their fried chicken out until like 11 o'clock. Yeah, we'll just get a rotisserie. He was going to make some chicken salad with that rotisserie I got the other day, but he never made it. And I do still have that little pack of celery in there. I went and got him. So maybe he could make him some chicken salad with this one. Our BJ's hadn't had what I was just talking about. What was I just talking about? Rotisserie chickens. Okay, the intersection I'm at now, you take a left, you go to By His Grace. You take a right, you go to 85. Right there on 1, 2, the third little, I can see it from here, is the trucking company me and David met at when we worked. It is now a Walmart. Pardon me. It got to tickling in there. It's like a Walmart hub of some sort. It's not a distribution center because they don't have storage in there. It's just a trucking company with a dock. So they just go in there, I guess, and trade their freight around. Maybe it's a break bulk center. Well, that's what it used to be for us anyway. But I see you back there. That's where me and Mr. Smooth met. And wasn't none of this over here. All this built up stuff, no, wasn't none of this stuff built up over here. Not at all. And they got a dry store over here. Have you ever heard of such a thing? A dry store. We used to do that back when me and the first would go camping. That was our thing. We camped every summer. That was our vacation. And every year we would get a new something that we needed for camping. I mean, we had a setup. And we weren't rich by any means. By any stretch of the imagination. I only worked 1 year when RJ was 3, and the rest of the time I stayed home with him. But it was funny because, like, of the big things we were wanting, I can't remember what it was, but the last big thing we were wanting to make it nice and comfortable, we camped in tents, and we had a tent we set up for our kitchen, you know, the screen type tents, and I had the kitchen set up. Listen. We had it going on, I ain't lying. So the last big thing we bought, whatever it was the year we separated. So I just got my camping just the way I wanted it, and then we separated. Whatever. I met Mr. Smooth, so there you go. I've said before, I don't regret marrying him. And I surely don't regret having RJ. It taught me things. It taught me things about myself, things that I knew I wanted, things that I knew I didn't want, a life I wanted to live, a life I didn't want to live. So I don't regret it. I wouldn't go back, but I don't regret the experience I had. So anyway, the intersection we're fixing to pull up on one is the one I told you. People stay out in the middle of the intersection. So this is how far it is from my house to the speedway. Right up here where I'm fixing to stop, you just hang a left. Only maybe it's a mile, whatever. And then the Concord Mills Mall is just right across the bridge over 85. So that's, I'm telling you, everything I need to do is so close to me. Everything. There's nothing, unless I go to Salisbury or Mooresville, there is nothing that is too far. Even the places I go in Charlotte are not that far into Charlotte because I don't go that far down deep into Charlotte. Oh, you know what? You know what? You know what? I'm this far, and I don't think I'm getting anything perishable other than a rotisserie chicken, but it's cold outside. I don't know if I should go over to... Oh, don't do it. Don't do it. You're going to an estate sale tomorrow. Just don't do it. Listen, when I get in my car, y'all know I like to drive. I like to get in the car and drive. I just like to putter around in the car. I like to go places. When I'm at home, I don't want to do squat. What's that about? I don't want to do nothing. But when I get in my car, I got all the energy in the world. Thrifting, getting in and out, shopping, you name it, I can do it. But at home, I don't want to do nothing. I don't understand the phenomenon. So anyway, well, ooh, hope that ain't my car smelling like that. So I am here at BJ's. So I guess that'll be all my weighing will be today. I like killing two birds with one stone. And like I said, there's either going to be this or in my room, because there was going to be no sitting on the porch in this weather. So that will be all for me. Hope you enjoyed this video, and I will see you tomorrow for meal plan and grocery haul.